Come on guys, let's start learning Linux today. So Linux is a very basic and very important skill if you are working as a DevOps engineer or cloud engineer or system admin or any other role. So let's start learning that today. So here I have already created a Linux instance. So if you want to create a Linux instance, we can go for AWS and create a EC2 instance, or you can use GCP or Azure also. So you can create a Linux instance like that in any cloud. There are several distributions available like Ubuntu, CentOS and other distributions. So I am using Ubuntu now. So all the commands I am going to run is Ubuntu commands. So let's start with first command, that is mkdir or make directory. So if you want to create a directory or folder, you can use mkdir. Then the directory name, I can give my project. So my project is the directory I want to create. So mkdir my project. So it will create a directory. So it already created a directory now once I run this command. So how to verify that? To verify that, I have to list the contents. For that I have the command ls. It will list the contents. So my project directory is created now. Now I want to go to inside this directory. How to do that? For that I have the command change directory or cd. Change directory to my project. Now if I do ls again, I have no files here because this is the empty directory I have created. Now I want to create one more directory inside this directory. For that I can use mkdir again and the directory name. For example, I want to create a source code folder. For that I can create src, mkdir src. So it will create a src folder. Now if I want to list the contents, I can again run ls. So src folder is created. Again, if I want to go inside this src directory, I can use cd, change directory src. Then ls, there are no contents inside src. If I want to know the path of my directory, I can just run pwd. pwd means print working directory. So this is the path. I am in src folder now. It will just print the working directory path. Now there are no files, right? So I want to create a new file. For that I can run a command touch. Touch will create an empty file. Then I can give a name for that. For example, file1.txt. So it will just create an empty file. Again, if I do ls, there is one file, files.txt is created now. And if I want to add any contents for this file, then I can just run vi files.txt. So vi is the editor. So I can open this file in an editor. It's just like Notepad in Windows. I can use vi in Linux. So now a new editor window is opened, and if I want to enter any contents here, I have to press I first. So I means it will move into the insert mode. Now here I can add any contents. So I will just randomly I will type something. Then if I want to save this file, I can just press escape, then colon w key. W key means write and quit. So I write this content to this particular file, then I will quit the editor window. So here I use touch for creating the file and vi for editing the file. Instead of that, I can use vi only. So vi will create file, then it will edit. So vi file2.txt, then I for insert, then I can add some dummy content, then escape, colon wq for saving the file. So it created new file, file2.txt, and this is the first file, that is files.txt. So there is no need of touch, I can directly run vi. Now I have two files. I want to display the content of this file. For that I have the command cat, then the file name. So it will display the content. Similarly, if I want to display the other file2.txt contents, cat file2.txt. Now I want to copy this file2.txt to another folder. How can I do that? For that I can use cp command. Before that I am going to create one more folder. So I will go back one directory. So cd dot will move the directory to one directory back. Earlier I was in my src directory, and when I run cd dot I am going back to the my project directory now. And if I do ls now, I have only src folder. Now I want to create one more folder here. For that, what command I can use? mkdir. Then I can give a directory name. I will give it as temp. Now if I do ls, I have two directories, src and tmp. Now if I want to copy the file from src to temp, I can go to src first. Now I want to copy the file2.txt to temp directory. For that I have the command cp, then the source directory path, source file path. So source file is file2.txt. Then the destination path. Destination is tmp directory. So tmp. I have to give the full path of tmp. So tmp is not there in this particular src directory, right? So in src I have only two files. There is no tmp directory. Where tmp directory exists? tmp directory exists inside my project. For that I can go back one directory, then tmp. So dot dot slash tmp means dot dot means it will go back one directory, that is my project, and inside my project I have the tmt directory. So like this I can give the full path of tmt directory. Then enter. Now if I run ls in src directory, both the files are there. So I have copied that to tmp directory. For that I am go back one directory, then I will go to tmp directory, and if I do ls in tmp, I have file2.txt. So that is copied from src folder to here using cp command. Now I don't want to copy files, I want to move the files. For that I can run mv command. So I want to move file, for example, files.txt to tmp directory. For that I can go to src directory first. Then if I do ls, both the files are there. If I want to move the file, I have the command mv, then files.txt to which path? Temp. So it move the file now. If I do ls now, only one file is there. So because it moved the file, unlike copy, move will delete the file from source path. So if I go to temp now, the file should be there. ls, both the files are there. But in source files .txt is deleted because I used move command. Now I want to delete these files. For that I have the command rm. Rm means remove the file. So files.txt I want to remove, I can run rm files.txt. And if I run ls now, only one file is there because I have run rm command. And if I do rm again, so both the files are deleted now. So tmp is an empty directory now. If I want to delete the directory itself, I can run rmdir. So if I go back cd dot dot, and if I run rmdir and the temporary path tmp is the directory I want to remove. So rmdir tmp, it deletes the temp directory now. If I do ls now, only source folder is there. So tmp directory itself it got deleted because I ran rmdir. Now consider an example where I have some large file. For example, main.go is one file and it have lot of content, and I want to see only first 5 lines or last 5 lines. For that I have the command head and tail. So if I give head, then I want to print only first 5 lines. Then I can run -n file, then the file name, that is main.go. So now it will print only first 5 lines. Similarly, I can run tail command to list or print last few lines. For example, tail -n 3 main.2. It will just print last 3 lines. If I want to do -n 5, then it will print last 5 lines. Similarly, if I just run head and main.go, it will print first 10 lines. By default it will be 10. If I don't mention any number, it will by default it will take 10. So this is helpful when we have the large files. For example, if I have some log file and I got some error, I want to troubleshoot the problem using that particular log file, and I want to see the latest changes, then I can use tail command. Log files might have thousands of lines, but I want to see just last 50 lines. Then I can just run tail -n 50 lines. Before ending day 1, I want to mention few of the things. For example, if I have the file2.txt, then if I create capital file2.txt, so now both the files will be different. If I save this file, I have 2 files, both are file2.txt, but this with capital F, this with small f. So Linux is case sensitive. So these 2 files are 2 separate files, 2 different files. Another thing, like if I want to go inside the src directory now, I can just do cd yes, then I can hit tab. So it will complete the path. So in any commands, there is no need to give the full path of the directory or file. I can just give first few characters, then I can hit tab. So here you can see my screen is full, right? Now I want to clean my screen. For that I can just run clear. So clear will clear all my contents in this particular terminal session or terminal screen. If I do clear, so all contents are gone now. So these are some tips for day 1. So let's meet in day 2 tomorrow. So subscribe and check out other videos too and keep learning.